This episode of the Sales Tales of Chase Harlowe begins in the office of Shane McMahon, VP of Sales for Job Billers. Chase Harlowe, Senior Sales Executive for Job Billers, and the sales consultant Hank the Crank Dickman are in heated discussion. Chase, I've worked with hundreds of salespeople over time, and I get thank you notes from them telling me how my techniques have changed their lives. And I just want to help you.
Hank, I have been
selling is making more connections, which means more prospecting, and that's what you need to do. This whole idea of slice thin and cut deep won't work, all right? It really just means doing less work, and you need to do more to be more successful. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I mean, I have more meetings than any...
Okay, and that's what I mean, Chase. You need to have more meetings in order to sell more. I'm glad that you and I are in agreement, and Shane knows, because we're together on this, right, Shane?
Well, we've talked this through, and we've come to the same conclusion that...
Well, okay, so that's why we're here, Chase. All right? Jason and I, and, well, Shane, of course, we've talked through my sales approach, and we agree that this is the right direction. And we know that you are a leader, a role model, all right, for the other salespeople. So you're a team player, and we need you to show you're on the team. You're on the team, right, Chase?
Being on the team means that
It means doing the three-step system I laid out.
No.
First means more calls, more meetings, more sales. Second means controlling the conversation. And third means never let the prospect out of the room without closing. All right? I know that you'll...
Stop, Hank.
I'm just... Hey.
That's enough.
Ugh.
I've had enough of your crap sales style and BS training.
Chase,
One more time, Hank. Once more, I would like you to interrupt me, and then Shane, you can do all of this revenue generation without me. Hank probably couldn't get another consulting gig as good as this one, and you may not be able to get another job as good as this one, but I can, and I will.
I'm just
Hank, I'm leaving.
Later that afternoon, we join Iggy and Chase walking out the back door of Job Billers' corporate offices as Iggy tries to get himself out of a very tough spot.
And I wanted to tell you, but I didn't want everyone to know right away.
What didn't you want everyone to know? It's a HIPAA violation. Everyone will know. Our team has to know. Our clients have to know. Health and Human Services has to be notified.
I know,
our lawyers
I
are going...
up. I was just trying to switch our HIPAA server location and overmapped 2 little clients. That's all.
Oh. Hi,
hey,
Susan.
Padme.
I don't understand half of this stuff you are talking about because you are supposed to. Here's what I know. Regulators will be all over us. Our clients will be pissed and probably fire us. Have you even talked to Alex about this yet? Or Marcia? Or Jason?
Alex will kill me. Maybe for real. She might not even fire me so she can cook me slow.
Stop worrying about Alex and start worrying about me. Okay. This is what we've got to do. Meet with Alex with a plan on how to clean this up.
I already have it fixed up.
No, Iggy, you don't. You probably think the data is the problem, but no. Now the bigger problems are our client impact, regulation, and the big issue is reputation. This could be a brand killer.
I was just trying to upgrade us for better security.
I know. Good intentions. Good intentions won't make a difference to anyone but me, Marcia, Jason, and Alex. Well, maybe not Alex, but to the rest of us it matters. Clients, feds, market, cleaning it up fast and honest is all that will matter. Go tell Alex first. You better be able to talk about everything. Data, customers, how long it took to fix, and I don't know what else. Just don't show up not knowing or she will be, let's just say, aggressive.
I'm really sorry.
I know, Iggy. Work it out. You should get going.
We join Alex, Iggy, and Chase at Bushwood Country Club, participating in a 3-person team-building exercise, doing a skeet shooting competition.
Single.
I would have loved to have watched you put Hank and Shane on their asses.
Won't they be really pissed?
Shut up, Iggy.
What did I say?
You're in the doghouse for the HIPAA problem. Do yourself a favor and say less.
Well, I didn't ask to be in your group to make you mad. It was a random draw. And why are we shooting skeet instead of golfing or driving go-karts or something else?
Random draw, my ass. You don't think I let guns, drinking, and you happen randomly? I put you in this little group. I made sure we were shooting skeet and we had drinks. With skeet, there's always the chance of a shotgun malfunction. So don't piss me off, Iggy.
The only person drinking is you, Alex.
Well, we all have to live with our bad choices, don't we, Iggy? Pull! Besides, I shoot better when I'm drinking.
Is it my turn?
You don't get a turn. You load shotguns and you speak when spoken to.
I'm not worrying about Shane being mad.
Pull!
And I don't care about Dickman. Job Pillars needs to get revenue, and that's all that matters. I've been thinking about cut thin, slice deep. We have to figure out what size is a big sale for us. Pull!
Iggy! It's your fault she missed.
What did I do? Never mind.
I need a cigarette. I don't have a lighter. Iggy, do you have a lighter? No? Well.
I'm on it. I'll go find you a lighter.
Alex, don't you think he's had enough?
1 week. He stays in the box for 1 week. The wolf has to show her teeth every once in a while, or the sheep forget. I like Iggy, and he's good. That's why it's only 1 week.
You're brutal.
Here's your lighter. I had to borrow it from the Rage Master.
I'll just keep it in my pocket, in case I see him. I might remember to give it back.
But I told him that...
Iggy.
All right.
First and second husband said I was brutal, too.
What did your third husband say?
Nothing. He died. It was a shame. I liked him. Pull!
Skeet shooting is over. The team of Chase, Iggy, and Alex are headed back to the car to drive back to the Job Pillars offices.
I'll drive.
I'll drive, Chase. I've seen you drive. I play video games, and you drive like you're in one.
Fine by me. I think it best after guns and scotch. Do you mind if I smoke?
Yes, I mind.
I'll just crack the window a little bit. The smoke won't bother you that way.
Alex, really? Secondhand smoke?
I gotcha. I'll open the window a little more. You'll never even notice. Anyway, we were talking about big sales.
Jeez, Iggy, what are you doing?
I was barely over the line. I can hardly see or think. I'm allergic to cigarette smoke.
All right. I'll open the window all the way, but it'll be harder to hear.
Put it out and close the window. Thank you. So, we figured it would be 300 to 500 employees, plus or minus. I've been doing some research myself. Guess what the top 3 reasons are for people to leave their job?
Iggy, Chase just asked why employees leave their jobs. What are your thoughts?
Money? I get offers all the time with signing bonuses. Oh, don't worry, I just look. Why are you both looking at me that way? I don't answer them. Well, most of them. I'm just curious.
No, it's not money. That's fourth. First reason is their boss.
Yep.
Iggy, if you look at me, I swear it's a lit cigarette on the hand for you.
Alex, please. You're supposed to be an HR expert. Cigarettes on the skin are not in the handbook. Besides, it's not always about you.
It was a metaphor. Lighten up.
As I was saying, second is the work environment. This includes coworkers, the physical area, how their benefits work, how complaints are handled, the accuracy of checks. Third is the work itself. If you don't like swinging a hammer and that's what you're doing, if you can, you'll leave, but that's the third reason.
Why'd you look that up?
Because being in the payroll services business won't land us bigger sales. All of our big sales do almost everything with us. Besides, with our customers that size, I hardly ever talk about payroll or benefits.
What do you talk about?
We always talk about recruiting or retention. They're all crazy about retention. Everyone said that keeping their high-skilled people is their most important issue.
Okay. Cut thin, slice deep. What part of the market should we cut thin? I mean, if retaining the high-skilled people is the problem, we need to figure out who that is.
Well, it depends on who we're trying to reach. I just don't know what the right level of turnover needs to be to get the CEO or owner to care and meet with us.
Hold on there, big shooter. You think we're gonna get the CEO or owner to talk to us? About benefits and payroll? We never get past HR or personnel, ever.
Don't have a choice. Go big or go home. Actually, more like go big or there is no home. You get sent to whom you sound like. We always sound like outsourcing back office functions. That's why we get sent to HR and personnel. What if we talked about keeping high-skilled labor, or at least extending their tenure? That's what the biggest customers I have are telling me is their number one issue. And that's because I'm talking to the owners.
Okay, I like it. What else?
Okay. How big is the problem? What percentage of all their employees are high skill? It has to be big enough for the highest exec's attention. Is 20% of all their employees enough a percentage for high skill, or is it higher?
In your big customers, what's their percentage?
It's big. Aerospace and engineering are 70% plus. The IT company's a little bit more. Manufacturing is about 30%. Let's set the floor for the size of the problem at 30%.
My friends in IT usually keep their job for a little over a year. Then they get recruited away. If a company is losing high-skilled people before, say, 15 months, then they probably would pay a lot to keep them longer. I mean, that's why they offer them signing bonuses. Which sounds kind of good right now.
Iggy, if you leave, I will hunt you down with more than lit cigarettes.
So, that's our cut thin and slice deep. We'll target companies with 200 or 300 up to 500 employees, 30% plus high-skilled jobs, tenure at 15 months, plus or minus a few months.
Okay, that's figured out. Now, what are we going to say?
Later that evening, we joined Chase and Marcia Wayne, CEO and co-owner of Job Pillars, seated in a small booth in a bar, discussing Chase's solution to the problems facing Job Pillars.
How many prospect companies meet these qualifications?
11.
11? Chase, you have to be kidding me. You want to hang our revenue goals on just 11 prospects? There's not enough money to make our numbers work. I mean, I'm your biggest supporter, but I can't support that small a number.
I know it sounds small, but it's actually not. Just give me a second. I've done the numbers. Our full package of services aimed at increasing the tenure of their high-skill employees is huge. It's big enough that just 3, maybe 4 of these and will double our revenue. And you've already gone through the numbers with the accountants. The most profitable customers are the ones who buy our full suite of services.
How are we going to get them to buy our entire suite of services? We only get those types of relationships when we've worked with the company a long time.
Well, first, we're talking to a different size of company with different problems than our current customers. Second, we're going to be working with the highest level of decision-making authority.
With only 11, we're going to have to close a third or more.
I know we can do it, but I won't be able to do it myself. I'll need some other people from our team to make it work. But first, I need an executive sponsor.
A what?
An executive sponsor. The person who has the problem that we solve with the authority to move the buying process, and they need the answer now or very soon. For the 11 we're going after, we need the owner or CEO, which for Job Pillars, that means you.
Can I get either of you another drink?
Yes.
I need you to reach out to Mark Kennedy from Acme Laser Tools. He fits right into our filter categories. His company is at 420 employees and growing. He needs precision skill people. He's advertising signing bonuses all the time. That means he can't keep his talent. I know you know him. I need you to set up a meeting.
I don't know. Maybe. We just went to business school together.
What? Why are you holding out on me? Can you get me a meeting? Just call and ask.
I don't want to seem like I'm groveling. We were cordial and we worked on some projects together, but I didn't know him well.
Oh my God. You don't want to call him because you were hot for him and now you'd be embarrassed. You can get me this meeting. I need you to get me this meeting.
He probably doesn't remember me. I just feel weird.
Marsha Wayne, Miss Badass business owner and my friend for over a decade. I know you know what is going on here. Put your whatever aside and get me the effing meeting. Please.
All right. I'll let you know what he says.
Chase has been called into Shane's office. As she enters, Shane is clearly angry.
What's up?
You tell me.
What? Seriously, what?
Really? I thought you would have at least talked to me before going over my head to Marcia. You know, a little professional courtesy is not too much to ask.
I always give you professional courtesy. And sales revenue.
I know, Chase. You remind me of your sales all of the time. You seem to forget about the professional courtesy. You know, Dickman says I should fire you for insubordination.
Dickman? What the hell? Why would you listen to a guy like Dickman about anything, let alone firing me?
He has worked with a lot of different companies, and he understands the politics. He also knows when an executive is being set up, and that's what you're doing. You're setting me up.
Setting you up? For what?
For taking the fall when your little plan doesn't work. You should know that all of this hangs on you, not me. I've told Jason that you've gone rogue, and he doesn't like it any better than I do. If this fails, I won't be on the chopping block. You will.
Meanwhile, Marcia is in her office making a very important call.
Yes, this is Marsha Wayne from Job Pillars. I'd like to speak with Mark Kennedy. That's right, Marsha Wayne. Mark and I are old friends.
Did Alex, Iggy, and Chase pick the right targets to sell? Is Shane going to replace Chase with Dickman? Will Marcia get the appointment with Mark Kennedy? Stay tuned for episode 3 of the Sales Tales of Chase Harlowe.
So in episode 2, Fighting Friends, we call it Fighting Friends because of the internal conflict that happens in every organization as you're trying to make change, right? In one of the scenes here, I love the beginning of the switch of the idea from the organization of this being a solo, we're going to lay it all at Chase's feet to fix, to more of a team. And you see that kind of all come together in the scene where they're talking about what problem do they solve as a bigger problem to go after these bigger accounts that Chase was encouraged to go after.
You know, it's interesting. Chase goes through that energy that happens, that almost like that push and conflict energy. And when I wrote that, and I know you know when you hear that Dickman is the worst version of all consultants and sales trainers you've ever seen. And because it's not just one way or another way, he's got everything wrong with him. And Chase is immediately repelled by that. And that was put in on purpose.
Yeah, so you've got Chase repelling against that, trying to go and find and sway people inside the organization to back her. So she talks with Alex, she talks with Iggy, she talks with Marcia. And I love the way that comes together as they are now starting to move from just Chase trying to solve this, and she's recruited these others to help her solve this bigger problem. And then the idea that it wasn't Chase that figured out the bigger problem they solved, it was Alex.
And with Alex and the whole team, I wrote it in a particular way because I do think that salespeople oftentimes have to sell harder inside to move change forward than they do in actually selling end customers. So we're going to spend time now talking about going forward an actual customer. We're going to be behind the scenes talking to the characters there in Acme Lasers. So that'll come out in episode 3.